Little River Studio on the banks of the beautiful St. Johns River in sunny Florida. And Gold Tone Music Group, the makers of fine fretted stringed instruments, presents an hour of live music with Live and Kickin. With your host, Bruce Andersen and the Cosmic Cowboy Revival Band.
Welcome, 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 everybody, to Live and Kickin. Yeah. I am your host, Bruce Andersen, and we are brought to you, as always, by the goldtonemusicgroup.com. And I always tell you how they make traditional instruments like banjos, mandolins, slide guitars, and lap guitars. And then I always mention all these exotic instruments. So like banjitars, dulciborns, mandolas, mandocellas, etc. So I thought I'd start doing some research on those because I have no idea what they are. I did find out that a banjitar actually is basically a 6-string banjo that is tuned to the same tuning as a guitar. So I guess it's meant for guitar players who want a banjo sound. I haven't played one, but I think the issue there is unless you're playing with Scrug style or you're doing a claw hammer, if you're just using a pick on it, it's not going to sound like a banjo. So but at least then you wouldn't have to worry about learning different chords. So that's what a banjitar is from goldtonemusicgroup.com. We got a great show for you again. We got back with us J.J.Smith, we got Mongo Peterson, and we've got an encore from Swamp Donkey that you're going to like. So I'm going to start off with one song, and then we will have J.J. up here. This is called How I Feel. I've never known, just walking down the street, enjoying the simple pleasures, very hard to beat. Always thought the more you get, the better off you are. This is how I feel, hope I'm not wrong. Walk a mile in my shoes, I'll walk in yours just as long before I'm gone. So many loves I've had all through my life, sweetheart, girlfriends, and lovers, even 2 great wives. Is it impossible to be with only one? This is how I feel, hope I'm not wrong. Walk a mile in my shoes, I'll walk in yours just as long before I'm gone. Sad. I'm very thankful for all I ever had. Just that now, if it's not a crime to enjoy the view, maybe the last time. My ambition was always bigger than my charity. Always hard at work was my whole identity. Now none of that matters when I'm looking back. This is how I feel, hope I'm not wrong. Walk a mile in my shoes, I'll walk in yours just as long before I'm gone. How I feel. Thank you. Now, Now we're going to bring J.J.Smith up to the stage as he's coming up and getting set up.
Good evening, sir.
I always like to remind, though, our listeners that if you go to liveandkickingmusic.com, on there you're going to see JJ's photo and a bio and a web address, and that's also true of Mongo and Swamp Donkeys. So check that out. Now, here is J.J. Smith. Hey, J.J.
Yay! So they go on the website and they see a photo of me. I was thinking maybe you'd want to encourage people to maybe look at it.
Well, you know, and you picked the one out. It's that one. It's just your face. It is huge. It is. I mean,
thank you for that. Yes.
No, the
true.
photo's huge. No one will mistake you anywhere you go.
It was taken with a wide lens. Okay. I'm still trying to process the banjo-tar. So do they make like cello tars or?
The mando cello, for instance. I was totally unaware of this. There are mandolin orchestras and quartets, and apparently there are different sized mandolins, just like there are violins and cellos. So if you are in a mandolin quartet or orchestra, that's when you need a mando cello. So I don't know if you're thinking about.
For those who feel the world does not have enough banjos. All right.
Same thing. I think same thing with banjos. There actually are tenor banjos. There are bass banjos. You can actually have. I know it sounds horrible. A banjo orchestra.
Yeah, there's some sickos out there. What
What
can you do?
As soon as I said that, I'm trying to picture it. Well, JJ.
All right, I better sing something.
Yes,
I knew there was
please.
some reason you invited me here. This thing's called, it's a Scottish one, called Donald, Where's Your Trousers?
What?
Otherwise translated as Donald, where are your trousers? Or possibly even Don, where's your pants? Depending on where you happen to be from. Right?
Now, is that a kilt song?
It's all about the wearing of the Scottish kilt, yes.
Oh, okay.
Donald, where's your trousers?
Wait, it needed some context. I just thought I'd bring that up.
Okay, so we're on the same page. Okay. Well, I just came down for the eye of the sky, and over the big and I'm off the shy. Lassie shout as I go by, Daryl, where's your trouser? And the window high and the window low, through the streets and the kilt I'll go. All the lassies shout hello, Daryl, where's your trouser? Oh, a lassie took me to a ball and it got slippery in the hall. I was feared that I would fall, for I had me on my trousers. Let the window high and the window low, through the streets of the kilt I'll go. Oh, the lassie shout hello, Daryl, where's your trousers? I just came down for London town. I had some fun on the underground. Lassie bent down to pick up half a crown. She said, Donald, where's your trousers? The window high and the window low, through the streets of the kilt I'll go. All the lassies shout hello, Donald, where's your trousers? All the lassies wants me, everyone. Oh, let them catch me if they can. Gonna get the breaks of a heathen man, but I don't wear the trousers. The window high and the window low, through the streets in the kilt I'll go. All the lassies shout hello, oh, Donald, where's your trousers? Window high and the window low, through the streets in the kilt I'll go. All the lassies shout hello, Donald, where's your trousers? Donald, where's your trousers? Hey, Donald, where's your trousers?
Yeah. That was great.
All right, so now I'm going to sandwich an Irish one in between the two Scottish ones here. So this Irish one, I'm going to give my fingers a wee rest here and do an unaccompanied one. This one is sung entirely a cappella. As this room full of professional musicians will attest, all the unaccompanied songs do originate from acapulco.
That's it.
It's true. That's why they're called that. So this one here, some of you might have heard this one. It's about an Irishman who's he's having trouble getting to work. It's his excuse for why he can't come in. So it's written in the form of a note to his boss. So it's called the sick note. Right, so we'll see if I can get my key here. Dear sir, I write this note to you to tell you of me plight. And at the time of writing it, I'm not a pretty sight. Me body's all black and blue, me face a deathly grey. And I write this note to say why Paddy's not at work today. While working on the 14th floor, some bricks I had to clear. Now to throw them down from such a height was not a good idea. The foreman wasn't very pleased, he being an awkward sod. He said I'd have to carry them down the ladders in me hod. Well, to carry all those bricks by hand, it was so very slow. So I hoisted up a barrel and secured the rope below. But in me haste to do the job, I was too blind to see that a barrel full of building bricks was heavier than me. So when I untied the rope, the barrel fell like lead. Still clinging tightly to the rope, I started up instead. Well, I shot up like a rocket until my dismay I found that halfway up I met the bloody barrel coming down. Well, the barrel broke me shoulders to the ground it sped, and when I reached the top I banged the pulley with me head. Still clinging tight, though some bit shocked from this almighty blow, the barrel spilled out half its bricks 14 floors below. Now when these bricks had fallen from the barrel to the floor, I then outweighed the barrel and so started down once more. Still clinging tightly to the rope, I sped toward the ground, and I landed on the broken bricks scattered all around. As I lay there moaning on the ground, I thought I'd passed the worst, when the barrel hit the pulley wheel and then the bottom burst. Well, a shower of bricks rained down on me. I hadn't got a hope. As I lay there moaning on the ground, I let go of the bloody rope. Well, the barrel now being heavier, it started down once more, and it landed right across me as I lay upon the floor. It broke 3 ribs and my left arm, and I can only say that I hope you understand why Paddy's not at work today. Poor old Paddy.
Wow. Wow. That was beautiful. That really was beautiful. Thank you.
Had you heard that one before?
Yes,
it's
but
kind
still,
of one,
it's better. The more you hear it, the more you get into the story.
Well, yeah, I've heard it told as a joke sometimes as well. You know, just as a straight joke or as a story.
Oh, it's really not funny.
All right, I'm just going to move on from that. This is my Scottish Irish sandwich, as I was promising you. So this is one from my part of Scotland, right up in the northeast. A land where men are men and sheep are scared. I've heard them all before, okay? You know? And it gives a reference to a little town up in my part of the northeast, in the Grampian region, called Peterhead, okay? Now, the way that we say this in Scotland with our thick accent, we'll say Peterhead. That's how you say it, Peterhead, right? Peterhead. Actually, I'm going to give a little plug to a place I'm playing tomorrow night in DeLand. I'm playing at a brewery there called Hiderhead Brewery. It's an unusual name. It's the name of the guy who owns it, Jeff Hiderhead. So it's called the Hiderhead Brewery, and of course we all say Hiderhead Brewery. Playing at Hiderhead Brewery tomorrow. Okay, I'm gonna give you a shameless story now of the woman up in my part of Scotland in the northeast whose husband he passes away. And so she goes to the newspaper to put his name in the obituary, you know, to write up something for him. So she gets the guy on the phone, and she knows that, being typical Scottish lady, she knows that she's got to pay per word, right? So she keeps it brief. She said, okay, I'm going to keep it brief because I don't have a lot of money for this. I just want you to say this: Jimmy Reid, Peterhead, deed. So, oh, no, come on, no, miss, that's terrible. We can't put that. You know, for I know you're worried about the money, but for a special, we have a special in there for 3 more words. It won't even cost you any more. So I think you should probably reconsider. She said, okay, I think I will reconsider. Okay, I'll get back to you on that. So she calls him back and she said, I've decided that that wasn't the right thing to say and I'm going to change what I was going to say. Oh, well, I'm glad to hear that. Thanks very much. What would you like to say? She said, okay, Jimmy Reed, Peter Heed, deed, Volvo for sale. Well, the diamond is a ship, me lads, for the Davis Street she's bound. The Keats is all garnished with body lassies around. Captain Thomas gives the order to sail for the ocean wide. With the sun it never sets, me lads, nor darkness in the sky. And let's cheer up, me lads, let your hearts never fade. For the bonny ship, the diamond, goes a-fishing for the whale. All around the quay at Peterhead, the lassies stand around, with the shawls all pulled up around the man, the salt tears running down. Don't you greet me, bally lassie, though you be left behind. For the rose will grow on Greenland's ice afore we change our mind. And let's cheer up, me lads, let your hearts never fade. For the bonny ship, the diamond, goes a-fishing for the whale. Here's a health to the Resolution, likewise the Eliza Swan. They cheers for the battle of Rowan throws in the diamond ship of fame. We'll wear the trousers all the white and the jackets all the blue. When we get back to Peterhead, we'll hey sweethearts anew. And let's cheer up, me lads, let your hearts never fade. For the bonny ship, the diamond, goes a-fishing for the whale. It will be bright both day and night when the Greenland lets come hame, with a ship all filled with oil, me lads, and money to your name. We'll make the cradles for to rock and the blankets for to tear. Every lass in Peterhead sing hush-a-bye, my dear. And let's cheer up, me lads, let your hearts never fail. For the bonny ship, the diamond, goes a-fishing for the whale. And let's cheer up, me lads, let your hearts never fail. Aye, the bonny ship, the diamond, goes a-fishing for the whale.
J.J.Smith, thank you so much, man.
Thank you.
I should tell our audience we're going to try to get J.J. back at the end to bring us to our finale. We appreciate that. Now we're going to have Mongo Peterson come to the stage. And, Mongo, I would say normally, sometimes Mongo's here with Catherine, but tonight he's brave. He's going solo, right?
She was the brave one telling me no today.
Okay.
I'm not going today. I got too much to do. You can do it by yourself. I'm like, okay, babe.
Okay. Well,
You win. You always call the shots.
I think you can handle it. I'm pretty sure.
Try my best. So how have you been?
I'm good. How have you been?
Not too bad, not too bad. Busy, playing music, having fun.
Good.
Thanks for having me here.
Always a pleasure. Always.
So this first one, it's from a band that I started liking when I started playing music. So I don't know if it's a big inspiration of what I play, but I always like the song, so I'm gonna do it. Mr. Mustard said he's bored of life in the district. He can't afford a French Quarter High. Says he gets old real quick. And he pales up next to me, scrawled on the pavement. He said, son, time is all the luck you need. And if I stay lucky, then my tongue will stay tied, and I won't betray the things that I hide. There's not enough years underneath this belt for me to admit the way that I felt. Mr. Mustard says, don't be the wave that crashes from a sea of discontent. Says he's wrestled with that blanket. It leaves you cold and wet any way you stretch it. Divine apathy, disease of my youth. Watch that you don't catch it. And if I stay lucky, then my tongue will stay tied, and I won't betray the things that I hide. There's not enough years underneath this belt for me to admit the way that I felt. I'm the wave that crashes from a sea that turns itself inside out every chance I get to see what it's like in hell, hell. And if I stay lucky, then my tongue will stay tied. I won't betray the things that I hide. There's not enough years underneath this belt for me to admit the way that I felt. And if I stay lucky, then my tongue will stay tied, and I won't betray the things that I hide. There's not enough years underneath this belt for me to admit the way that I felt.
Oh. Great song.
Thank you.
That's a great song. And you did it justice.
Oh, thank you. This next one is another. What am I doing?
I like our planning here. You know, it's really.
I had it. I guess I should write it down next time.
Nah, we should not start now.
Oh yeah. It's a true story. It's not hard to reach back to the days underneath that Iowa sun. Running to the Tower of Waterloo, looking for the Sullivan train to come. And here's 5 boys run to the top and salute him as it went by. First we waved hello, and then we waved goodbye, goodbye. It's not hard to reach back to the days after the attack on Pearl. And overnight my buddies turn into men running out, time for games and girls. Well, the Sullivan boys are not overlooked. Uncle Sam and calling each by name. The very next day they left on a mystery train to say goodbye, bye, bye, Mrs. Sullivan. Don't you cry, 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 cry. We regret to inform you the Navy is taking your sons away. All 5, 5, 5, 5 to put your blue star in the window. in the window. It's not hard to reach back to the days when she received the letters. The letters, they sounded generally the same, except they couldn't be home. They say we're together on a mighty fighting battleship somewhere in the South Pacific. The letters never got much more specific. Say goodbye, bye, bye, Mrs. Sullivan. Don't you cry, 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 cry. We regret to inform you the Navy's keeping your sons away. All 5, 5, 5, 5. So keep your blue star in the window, in the window. Oh. It's not hard to reach back to the day when the war finally came home. Uncle Sam would send you a telegram so he doesn't have to tell you over the phone. I heard she cracked up when she found out what the war had cost, when all 5 of her boys were lost. They were say goodbye, bye, bye, Mrs. Sullivan. Go ahead and cry, 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 cry. We regret to inform you that all your sons have passed away. All 5, 5, 5, 5. So change your blue star to gold. Blue star to gold. Blue star to gold. Blue stars, change them to gold.
Oh, yes.
Thank you.
Another great song.
This is one you've heard before, Bruce. Listeners might have done it as well, or heard it as well. It's about me haunting my wife after I die.
Oh, that's right. Yes. Great song.
And she's not here to sing it with me. Don't feel bad, go on, put on your makeup. Don't feel sad, go on, slip on that skirt. It's okay to move on, as long as it makes you happy, as I had until the day you laid me in the dirt. But just know, I'm always here with you. I'm always here with you. I'm always here with you, my dear. Even if you don't want me to. It's creepy, I know. Don't be scared when you find your missing bracelet that I put on your nightstand, that I found it behind. And late at night when you awake to the sound of floorboards creaking, feels good to know I still send shivers down your spine. You'll know I'm always here with you. I'm always here with you. I'm always here with you, my dear. Even if you don't want me to. Now because of me, they moved you on to a padded room only. easy. They'll never know what we do. This room will never keep me away from you. No, they'll never know. They'll never know. I'm always here with you. I'm always here with you. I'm always here with you. I'm always here with you, my dear. Even if you don't want me to. If you don't want me to.
Mongo Peterson. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you as always.
That was wonderful. Now coming up, we're going to have the Swamp Donkeys. On lead vocals and guitar is Matthew Schlecker. And on bass is Brian Hayes. And then on the keyboard is Matthew Linksweiler. And on drums, we got Edgar Manso, if I'm saying that right. And then on congas, we have Nick Beck. Swamp Donkeys are, you'll see, they're a kind of a fusion of reggae, jazz, rock, quite a few styles they've made their own. Here is Swamp Donkey.
Timing called Mahi. You can check it out wherever the music is.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate that.
And to all a good swamp donkey.
Awesome. This next tune is a little jazzy jam that we got going on called Jangler. Online, you can find it by the name of Angler. You want to get us started with this one, Edgar?
This one's a little different.
Yeah.
Keep going. Just keep going.
One's for the
Yeah, oh, yeah, another one. Yes, please.
Keep it tasteful out here.
Can you hear the cannon? You know I hear them every day. Not through a barrel, through a barrel. It's the words they say. It burns like fire. It rains down like a storm. It can stay gone, make it stay gone, but it could start to storm, baby. Couldn't control yourself, darling. Not my place to help, baby. Couldn't control yourself, darling. flames are burned out, but I'm still burning. I spend my time on my welding. You're in a hole because you couldn't face yourself, baby. Couldn't control yourself, darling. Not my place to help, baby.
Oh, wow.
Thank y'all so much.
Wow. Donkey. Thank you, guys. That was wonderful. Now we're going to bring up, back up again, is J.J.Smith. We have a little extra time here. So can't have too much of a good thing, man. Here he is, J.J.Smith. He's back. Just can't get rid of this guy.
Like a bad
By the way,
penny.
you have heard about the Orkneys want to become a separate country. Have you heard that?
Here we go. Go on.
That's actually true. They're discussing it.
Where's the punchline? I'm waiting. Are you serious? Is that for real?
Yeah, I'm serious. How many people live in the Orkneys? 5,000 maybe?
That seems like a pretty high number.
No, I meant sheep.
Well, how about that? That would be a pretty small country. I
That'd be
don't know if
pretty-
they'd have the economy to support their own.
I didn't say they're not insane, but they actually are discussing it. Just,
That would be the smallest country on the planet, I'm pretty sure.
It would be very tiny, yeah. And cold. And very cold.
Well, I'm gonna do an old Scottish one here. It's a 250-year-old song from Robert Burns. He's the guy who wrote Auld Lang Syne, right? So everybody knows at least one of his songs, right? Auld Lang Syne. So this one is called The Braes of Killiecrankie. Killiecrankie is a place in Scotland where there was this battle, so it's about this battle, and the Braes means the hills, right? The hills of Killiecrankie. And it's this old soldier and this young soldier having a talk about the coming battle, because this young soldier is all excited and can't wait to get to battlefield, and the old soldier who's seen some action is just trying to give this young lad a bit of perspective and set him a little straight on his attitude about war and the ugliness of it. Now, I give it this explanation because you're probably not going to understand anything I'm about to sing. A lot of people think it's in Gaelic, but it is in English, just, okay? It's just a very old, thick Scots dialect, what I'm singing in here. Why he been say Brahma lads? Why he been say Canteo? Why he been say Brahma lads? You with me so far? Me by Killiecrankie, and he been what I been. You heard me been say Canteo. He see what I see on the breeze of Killiecrankie. Now I fought at land, I fought at sea, a team I fought wi' my Anteo, but I met the devil underneath on the breeze of Killiecrankie. I need what I been. You ain't been say can tell. You see what I seen on the breeze of Kickin. All together now. Just kidding. Full Victor, well, when apart, in clavers got a clinky. I have fled another glad on the breeze of Kickin. I need what I been. You heard been say can tell. I seen what I seen on the breeze of Kickin. No, there's no shame. There's no shame. Oh, there's no shame to be swingy. For sure slays another breeze and the deals by Kickin. And even what I been, even been say can do. We seen what I seen on the ways of Kickin. Do what I been, even been say can do. We seen what I seen on the breeze of Kickin. We're very proud of our Robbie Burns. We even have Robbie Burns nights. Every year on the 25th of January, we celebrate Robert Burns' birthday.
I'm really sorry because I don't think he's that popular here in the U.S.
No, he's not so well known, but he's a big historic figure in Scotland. So you can find out anything you want about him online. He's a very colourful character. I think he had something like 17 children with about 7 different women. He was a very had a problem with the booze. He was an unusual sort of a guy, but yeah, made some beautiful poetry.
I'll definitely check that out. Cool.
So yeah, I tell you what, this one is the big one in Scotland. This is probably our most famous one for Scots in Scotland. It's called The Flower of Scotland. The flower being the thistle, right? That little purple fluffy flower is the thistle. I hear people calling it a weed, and I always take exception to that. I heard someone say that today, and I didn't appreciate it. What's the definition of a weed? It's something that grows somewhere where it's not supposed to be, right?
Yes.
If a rose was in a bed of thistles, the rose would be the weed, wouldn't it? So.
Yes.
See, so that's an old English prejudice that some people still hang on to and call out. Anyway, I'll get off my soapbox. All right, so The Flower of Scotland. Oh, flower of Scotland, when will we see your like again? But for tonight, for your wee bit hill and glen, and stood against them. Rode Edward's army and sent them homeward to think again. Those hills are bare now, and autumn leaves lie thick and still. Poor Lundy's lost now, though once so dearly held, and stood against them. Rode Edward's army and sent them homeward to think again. Those days days are past now. In the past they must remain, but we can still rise now and be a nation again that stood against them. Proud Edward's army and sent them homeward. She think again, O flood of Scotland, when will we see your like again? That fought tonight for good we bit hill and glen and stood against them. Proud Edward's army and sent them homeward. To think again, to think again, to think again.
Thank you so much. J.J.Smith again.
Thank you, Bruce.
Yes. And we're going to get him back up at the end, too. But now we're going to do something a little different. We're going to bring Mongo Peterson back. Bring him up here to the stage and do one song for us. And then we'll get the whole gang together to do The Circle Be Unbroken. So welcome back, Mongo.
Well, thanks again for having me. Long time no see, huh?
No, not that long, really. It seems like it was yesterday.
Right.
So what have you improvised here?
Another one of my songs. That's cool.
Cool. Well, I love this one. Great song.
Let's go until the end of this. Let's go until it seems brand new. Let's go until the sky crumbles down all over me and all over you. Let's stay until the stars burn out. Let's stay until we all transcend. Let's see if we endure a lifeless end or implode and start again. Yeah, who would want to start again? It's you and me against the world, as it's dying, suffocating, burning all around us. We've each other to live for, our only life support. 'Cause at the end of it all, it's us against the world. What do you want to see before it's gone? What do you want to go before we all go below? Who do you want to meet, and do you think we'll be too stunned to even speak? Do you ever wonder where we'll go? Or have you been too scared to want to know? Either or, all our quandaries will soon be solved. I'm just so glad we're not alone. My hope's the same for the unknown. It's you and me against the world, as it's dying, suffocating, burning all around us. We've each other to live for, our only life support. 'Cause at the end of it all, it's us against the world. The world. Whoa, whoa, it's you and me against the world as it's dying, suffocating, burning. All around us, leave each other to live for. Our only life support, 'cause at the end of it all, it's us against the world.
I love that trumpet, man. Thank you. That's pretty cool, too. Now, let's get JJ up here, and we're going to do the grand finale, Will the Circle Be Unbroken? And like I said, I'll take the first verse. I have JJ on the second verse, Mongo on the third verse. Let's see, Mongo's doing lead. We got it all figured out now, right? Nothing can go wrong.
It could all end in tears.
All right, I'll start it off, and then
In G?
what?
In G?
In Ga. It's in
Ga.
Ga.
Okay.
Is that how you say in Scottish? Ga.
G major.
K of Ga. Okay. I have no idea. Here we go. I was standing by my window on a cold and cloudy day when I saw the horse come rolling for to carry my mother away.
Will the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. When I went back home, home was lonely. For my mother, she was gone. All my family, they were crying, for our home felt so sad and alone. Will the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky.
Take it, Mongo.
Undertaker, Undertaker, won't you please drive real, real slow for that lady you are hauling? Lord, I hate to see her go.
Everybody.
Will the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. Will the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. In the sky, Lord, in the sky.
That is our show. Hey, huge thanks to J.J.Smith and Mongo Peterson and to the encore from the Swamp Donkeys. Thank you, guys. That was really good. That was really good. And we'd like to tell our audience that we think the best music is live. Go out there and support your local musicians and have fun doing it. It is fun. And we appreciate you listening to us. We'll be back with you next week. And until then, thank you so much and goodbye. We're out.